What is F.D.D.?
It stands for Focus Deficit Disorder, and the genesis of it is kind of interesting. About 5 years ago, I started to hear people say, Pam, it just feels like I have attention deficit disorder, and then they'd giggle. And I thought, well, there's some truth in that, even though they really don't have the clinical attention deficit disorder, but they were experiencing something similar, and that would be that the inability to focus your attention for very long before something or someone asks for you to change that focus. And so I started to think what they're really suffering from is this focus deficit disorder.
What causes this?
Well, if you think about it, think about all the ways that people could reach you right now if you wanted them to. Anything from email to voicemail, etc., etc., etc. Technology has not made it easier for us to get things done. It's made it more difficult because there's a constant flow of energy your way to say, give me your attention, give me your attention.
What are the signs that I have F.D.D.?
There are about 2 or 3 of them that you will know right away. One is you end your day saying, you know, I was so incredibly busy all day, but I don't think I got anything done. That's a big one. And the reason for that is because in the course of the day you have not controlled all these distractions that come along. And so if you're feeling like you're being pulled here, you're being pulled here in all these different directions, that's a real sign of focus deficit disorder. If you find yourself confronting a lot of multitasking yourself or from other people and then realizing things are falling through the cracks, that's another symptom of focus deficit disorder.
Does it keep you from getting things done?
Absolutely. Imagine if you were trying to run and you had a rock in your shoe. You'd be constantly aware of that rock. F.D.D. is like having a rock in your shoe. You really sense that you need to be focused on something, but there's always a distraction. I've said to many of my clients, you can have the latest technology, but if you don't have good focus skills and planning skills, you remain ineffective at a faster speed. It's just going to increase the speed of inefficiency and ineffectiveness. So those are good tools, but it's like, if you don't really cook, does it really help to have all the best cookware in the world? It's not going to make you a better cook. It just makes a pretty kitchen. In my programs, I give people at least 40 to 50 different ways that they can cure their focus deficit disorder. When I talk to people about this, there's a great aha in the room. They get it, and here's the big difference. They really know intuitively they can't control their time, but they can control their focus.
The takeaway message on F.D.D. is what?
The takeaway message for F.D.D. is if you can manage your focus of attention, you're going to be more productive. You're going to end your day going, you know, I didn't do everything on my to-do list, but I feel really, really satisfied that I did the most important things, and I can close the day feeling pretty good about what I got done.
So if I'm a corporate head and I am looking at bringing somebody in to speak about time management, why might I want to bring you in to talk about F.D.D.?
Because you're not going to hear the same solutions that you heard 20 years ago, 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago, because those solutions aren't up to date. They're not the ones we need for today's problems, really coming from the technology that we're dealing with now. It's totally different.